off a bridge on the Indiana Toll Road in Hammond. Live picture you're looking at right here, what we've learned about the driver and how this accident is still impacting traffic this morning.
3 people have been found stabbed inside a home in Will County. What authorities are telling us right now.
Plus, outside we go, warm and windy. In today's forecast, Tracy's AccuWeather forecast for the next 7 days, up and down. We'll talk about it on this busy Friday morning.
Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts streaming now.
We're going to start the show and get right to that breaking news. A major crash on the Indiana Toll Road in Hammond.
Yeah, Jessica D'Onofrio has been live out there all morning long on the toll road between Calumet Avenue and Indianapolis Boulevard. Jess, what do we know?
Well, Val and Terrell, it's going to take a while for this accident to be cleared, but take a look here over my shoulder. The scene quite dramatic. You can see this UPS truck is dangling off of a bridge. Its nose submerged into about 4 feet of water here at the Grand Calumet River. We're told this happened at around 2 o'clock this morning on the Indiana Toll Road, just east of Calumet Avenue in Hammond. It's unclear what exactly caused the UPS truck to lose control, but authorities say it caught fire. The driver somehow able to climb out of the wreck and wait for rescue crews. Authorities say he did not seem seriously injured.
We had two firefighters of Hammond, also a few firefighters from East Chicago also helping out in Gumby suits, wetsuits. They were able to locate the driver. He was on top of the pillar there and kind of quiet, a little disoriented. We were able to carry him out to safe ground here and transport him.
Right now, there is a big effort to get this truck secured and get it out of the water. 2 divers went in to secure the truck earlier. They set up equipment to keep any diesel fuel from getting into the waterway. Then crews plan to pick this truck up and set it back onto I-90. The fire department tells me this is going to take some time, and it could be a few hours until there's any kind of progress here. Roz, back to you.
And Jessica, we still have a complete closure on westbound Indiana Toll Road. Eastbound, 1 lane is getting through east of Calumet Avenue, but take a look at the big picture from Chopper 7 as they remain over the scene. Now, right now, there isn't a lot of activity because they have been trying to assess the best way to get that thing out of there. It is just wedged in between the east and westbound side of the Indiana Toll Road and may need to get some cranes, may need to cut this thing in half because the cab is still connected to the trailer. So there is not a lot of movement up there. There's a lot of damage done to the concrete, damage done to the guardrail, and actually I was told by Indiana State Police damage done to one of the fire trucks responding, got a couple of flat tires, possibly by driving over some of the debris. But it is not causing big delays for traffic. It's more of an inconvenience, especially for the westbound side, which remains closed. You can use 8094 to get around that, and we will continue to monitor the traffic situation. Val and Terrell, or Tracy, actually, we're going to go to you because we need to see if we've got any weather issues.
You know what, we don't, Roz. That's the thing. Will be interesting to see how this all evolved, but wow, that is really something. And we are very, very grateful to hear that the driver was able to get out of that truck. Well, 38 degrees right now in Naperville, 39 currently in Oak Lawn. We're at 39 in Zion and 36 degrees right now in Westville. Wind chills, yeah, they do set us back somewhat, back in the 20s in some cases, nowhere near what we had at this hour yesterday. And today, we get those temperatures up into the 50s. That happens this evening. Going to be windy too. Terrell and Val.
Okay, got it, Tracy. Thank you so much. Want to get you an update on this breaking news from last night at 10 o'clock. 3 people were found stabbed in a home in Will County.
This happened in unincorporated Crete. Stephanie Wade is on the scene with the very latest. Stephanie.
Val and Terrell, the Will County Sheriff's Office says it appears a couple was stabbed inside their home here in the 2600 block of Shady Grove Court in unincorporated Crete last night. They say it happened just before 6:45 yesterday evening. Police found a couple, a 66-year-old woman and a 68-year-old man, bleeding profusely with multiple injuries. A 36-year-old man from Wisconsin was also found inside the home. The sheriff's office says a gun may have been fired inside and outside the home, but deputies say it does not appear anyone was shot. Deputies say all 3 people were taken to Chicago hospitals, 2 in critical condition. We spoke with the neighbor about the large response.
You can walk around at night. I can be out in my back, on my deck, which is about maybe 6 or 7 feet away from the house. Sitting out, watching TV, listening to my music. Yes, I'm just really, it's unnerving right now.
And officials say it appears the 36-year-old man attacked the couple again inside their home and may be related to them by marriage. There is no threat to the public. Val and Terrell, back to you.
All right, Stephanie Wade, our reporting live this morning. Stephanie, thank you so much. An update on the Delphi, Indiana murders. Attorneys for the suspect are questioning some of the evidence used to arrest their client. Richard Allen has pleaded not guilty to the killings of Abby Williams and Libby German in 2017. Police say that they recovered a bullet that matched a gun that Allen owned. But defense attorneys called that finding unreliable. They also said that, quote, in the 5+ years since Rick volunteered to provide information to the police, Rick did not get rid of his vehicle or his guns or did not throw out his clothing. He did not alter his appearance. He did not relocate himself to another community. He did what any innocent man would do and continued with his normal routine. There'll be another hearing in this case next month. A special judge will hear arguments from the prosecutor who wants a gag order. And also from Allen's attorneys, they want the trial to be moved at least 150 miles away.
The revised version of the SAFE-T Act now goes to Governor J.B. Pritzker for him to sign after the Illinois House and the Senate passed it yesterday. The part of the bill that eliminates cash bail will go into effect on January 1st, but because of criticism over how potentially dangerous criminals could be released, Democrats amended the legislation. This revised version expands the list of detainable offenses and clarifies what prosecutors need to do to prove a defendant is a danger to others. Governor Pritzker is expected to sign the measure.
Chicago police are investigating the deadly shooting of an Army veteran in Little Village. Jason Benitez was walking his dog near 30th Street in Homan early Tuesday morning when he was shot. His family says he was ambushed outside a laundromat, and we don't know why. So far, no arrests have been made. A heads up for anyone heading to Chicago City Hall today. It'll be closed until 1 p.m. for active threat training. LaSalle Street will be closed from Randolph to Washington for emergency vehicles only. This is new this morning. Chicago police say that someone is stealing mail and packages from Postal Service vehicles. Happened twice yesterday afternoon, just 15 minutes apart. The first theft happened near Monroe and Clark in the Loop. The second was near 13th and Michigan in the South Loop.
U.S. lawmakers take action to prevent a rail strike. The Senate has passed a bipartisan bill. It forces workers to abide by a deal that will keep the trains rolling. The deal does not guarantee sick leave, which the unions who've been fighting for that. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
This morning, an economic crisis averted.
We're going to avoid the rail strike, keep the rails running, keep things moving.
President Biden is poised to sign a bill that will prevent a major rail strike after the Senate passed a resolution requiring rail workers to accept a tentative labor agreement.
The joint resolution is passed.
The new labor deal includes a $16,000 immediate payout with an increase in wages and benefits to $160,000, a 24% pay raise, $5,000 performance bonuses, maintaining access to health care plans, and an additional day of paid personal leave.
What was negotiated was so much better than anything they ever had.
But for leaders of at least 4 major unions, that agreement still falls short.
I don't have paid sick leave.
The deal only includes a single day of paid sick leave for workers. An effort to secure 7 days of leave was voted down in the Senate on Thursday. It is the first time in decades that Congress has used its powers to intervene and stop a strike, but the consequences could have been crippling for businesses as we head into the holidays. It comes as we see positive news signs in the economy. Gas prices are falling across the country, now the lowest since before Russia invaded Ukraine in February. AAA reporting the national average for unleaded gas now at $3.47 per gallon. That's down about 12 cents in the last week. Gas Buddy predicts prices could fall below $3 per gallon by Christmas.
This is putting real money back into people's pockets. A few reasons for this. One is we're not driving as much because the busy summer driving season is behind us. Lots of refineries here that were offline because of maintenance and repairs are back up to speed.
And the November jobs report that is out today will provide a snapshot of the market, which is expected to show slow but strong growth. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
President Biden hosted the first state dinner of his administration last night. The guests of honor, French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife. Governor J.B. Pritzker and his wife were at the gala. Also among the 350 guests, Anna Wintour, Robin Roberts, Nancy Pelosi, Stephen Colbert, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, John Batiste provided the live music. The menu, 6 months in the making, featured Maine lobster, caviar, and beef with shallot marmalade, a trio of American artisanal cheeses, an orange chiffon cake, and ice cream. Lord, I'm hungry.
Well, new this morning, country singer Morgan Wallen will perform at Wrigley Field next summer. His One Night at a Time world tour is making a stop at the Friendly Confines on June 23rd. The concert includes special guests Parker McCollum, plus Ernest and Bailey Zimmerman. Tickets go on sale 1 week from today.
Consider this motivation for your holiday lights display. A Tinley Park homeowner has become known for these spectacles. For this year's creation, he put up more than 200,000 lights across 3 homes that he owns. This is nuts. His work earned him an appearance on ABC's Great Christmas Light Fight back in 2013. I was thinking about the Great Chicago Light Fight, which is also going on right now. We'll talk about that a little later on. If we're talking about presents here, ABC7 has kicked off the Disney Ultimate Toy Drive with the U.S. Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots Foundation. The goal is to collect 100,000 toys, and there are several ways to give. You can purchase a toy to donate at shopdisney.com. Right now, you can drop off at several locations, or you can join Tracy at our Stuff the Truck event a week from tomorrow at Apple Chevy in Tinley Park. We posted more information on our website, abc7chicago.com.
All right, today, Chicago's Christmas ship makes its yearly visit to Navy Pier. This is video from past years. The Coast Guard cutter Mackinac is carrying 1,200 Christmas trees. They will be donated to local families in need. You can come out and tour the ship this afternoon between 1:30 and 3:30. Then tomorrow morning, the trees will be offloaded and distributed. Have you put up your tree yet?
No.
Yeah, I haven't either.
It's going to be
Well,
Christmas.
it's only December 2nd.
But look, I'll wait till Christmas Eve and then the tree will go up.
Hey,
so.
I've done that a year before too, so it's all good. Right, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Live and local news just getting started this morning, streaming out loud on the way. Roz is on top of that breaking news. We've been watching this horrible semi-crash that's backing up the Indiana toll road. We've been talking before. We also got to figure out how the heck this gets cleaned up.
Yeah.
So Roz will have more on that. That's on the way.
But first, Tracy has your AccuWeather forecast. She's tracking a brief warm-up, some windy weather, and then the bottom drops out. She'll explain.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to start with a blue line delay for Forest Park bound trains. They had a mechanical issue at Montrose. Trains on the move, but they're running a little behind schedule. But the expressways look great. 25 to 30-minute travel times. What's up with that? Well, it's Friday, but not the same in Indiana. We still have this situation on the Indiana toll road. Let's go up in the air with Chopper 7. It's on the westbound side that this crash actually occurred, where that semi lost control, ended up perpendicular, wedged in between the east and westbound sides, just east of Calumet Avenue. And actually, the cab portion is partially in the Calumet River there. Now, I just got off the phone with state police, and they told me that according to the emergency crews on the scene, this could be an all-day affair to get that thing out of there. They're going to have to use cranes. They're going to have bridge inspectors come by, because as we zoom in, you can see there's damage done to the guardrail. It's missing, and there's damage done to the concrete, and they have to make sure with the EPA that everything is safe and none of the fuel went into the water. So there's a lot of things going on here. Fortunately, that driver, unbelievably, that driver only suffered minor injuries. So Tracy, weather-wise, what are we dealing with today for the cleanup here?
Oh my goodness, Roz, dry until later this evening. Then it will start to rain, most likely over in that area, not until at least 7 p.m. at the earliest. The other thing we're dealing with right now, we have temperatures that are well above where they were at this hour yesterday. Take a look, though. We have gusty winds that are going to be with us here through the day today, too. So those wind speeds are going to be increasing. Parts of our area under a wind advisory starting at noon. Temperatures this evening making their way up into the 50s. As I mentioned, we do get some rain into the area later on. Going to be a cold and blustery day today with tomorrow with highs in the upper 20s during the afternoon. So those will be our daytime high temperatures tomorrow. Sunday, we come back up a little bit. It will be partly sunny. It will be chilly. Our high temperatures here on Sunday around 40. Here's that wind advisory. Kicks in at noon, stays in effect until 11 p.m., especially for areas south of I-55. Let's check in with Val.
All right. Thank you so much, Tracy. Well, there is a push to get guns of all kinds off of Chicago streets, and there's money on the line. Tomorrow, Chicago police will have its 5th The Gun Turn-In event happening this year. Director Glenn Brooks from the Chicago Police Department is with us live. Thank you so much for your time, Director.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great. I'm having a hard time hearing you, but let's keep going with this tomorrow.
All right, we'll make it work.
Okay, yes, we are. Good to see you. You know, tomorrow you'll be at St. Ida Church. This is on the north side. So how exactly does this work?
St. Ida Church over on 5500 North Broadway. So what we'll be doing is doing a no question asked gun turn-in. This is the opportunity to, that gun that you may have inherited, that gun that you may have found, that gun that just came from nowhere, but you now have in your house. This is the time to make your house safer. You can turn in that gun, no questions asked, and for every gun you turn in, we'll give you a $100 gift card where you can use anywhere during this holiday season for whatever you need to use it for.
I think the key thing that you just said right there is no questions asked, because some folks may be hesitant, thinking whatever, but that's good. And they're going to get $100 back in exchange. Tell me, Mr. Brooks, how do these gun turn-ins actually lead to lives being saved?
Every time a gun is in a home, those residents and those people in that house are at a higher probability or chance, let's just say risk, of being injured or killed by that gun. A gun will turn a family dispute into a tragic incident. A gun can turn a bad day into the final day. These are one of those things that if you are not using it, it's unwanted, or you just found yourself in possession. This is the time you can make yourself, your family, and your friends much safer by going ahead and turning in that gun, getting $100 with no questions asked. And Val, by the way, if somebody in the house has one of those replicas that look like a gun and you need to get rid of it, you can turn those in also, and we'll give you $10.
Okay, and even if the guns are illegally possessed, they can still turn those in?
I'm not asking questions. I want your house to be safe.
Okay.
That's what the Chicago Police Department wants, is you and your family to be safe. You can get rid of that gun and $100. And remember, it doesn't matter if a gun is a week old, 10 years old, or several decades old. It is still deadly. So make your house safer, turn in that gun, get some money for the holidays.
That's right, and it is the holiday season. Director Glenn Brooks with the Chicago Police Department, thank you so much for your time this morning. The Gun Turn-In event happens Saturday. It's from 10 until 2 in the afternoon at St. Ida Church on the 5500 block of North Broadway. When we return, just how much the latest COVID booster will actually protect you. That's coming up next.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
It's new this morning. Getting the updated COVID booster vaccine could reduce your chance of infection by more than 50%. CDC researchers say the latest shot provides more protection than having 2 or more doses of the original vaccines. And the prescription drug Paxlovid is keeping patients out of the hospital. Also from the CDC, the drug lowers adult hospitalization rates by 51% compared to those who did not take it. People 50 to 64 years old saw the most benefits from Paxlovid.
Governor Pritzker announced that a new, highly effective treatment for HIV will become available. This is going to happen next year through Illinois' Aid Drug Assistance Program. The injectable medication is called Cabenuva. It replaces oral medications that need to be taken daily. Now, state health department data indicates more than 36,000 people in Illinois are diagnosed with HIV.
President Biden says he is prepared to talk with Russian President Vladimir Putin about ending the war in Ukraine, but that's only if the Russian leader is serious about peace negotiations. Mr. Biden spoke alongside French President Emmanuel Macron and pledged both of them to hold Russia accountable.
Right now, we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers.
Yep, I'll have a news update for you on TV. You'll see it here in just a bit.
And then when we come back, ABC7's Hosea Sanders receiving a big honor. More on that ahead.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, everybody. 7:23. I'm Terrell Brown, still watching that breaking news this morning in Northwest Indiana. Chopper 7 is over this live picture right here. A major crash on the Indiana toll road, and you can see a semi dangling between 2 overpasses. Roz, I know you've been watching this all morning long. What do we know now?
It's unbelievable, Terrell. This happened shortly after 2 o'clock this morning, and pretty much status quo as far as the traffic is concerned. Westbound 8094, they're detouring off at Grant Street, and that is several miles, almost 10 miles down the road. Eastbound, as you can see, they're letting 1 lane through. But this could be an all-day affair to try and clear that tractor trailer from in between the east and westbound sides of the toll road. The driver, miraculously, non-life-threatening injuries. One of the police told me just scrapes and scratches and expected to make a full recovery. But it is going to take time to recover everything from this crash. You can see that the semi, the cab portion, is in the water there partially, and that they have damage done to the guardrail, the concrete. So it is going to be an issue. It's going to be a problem out there. I want to go quickly to the maps because we also have a couple other things that we need to mention. Aside from this, on the Illinois side, 30 to 35-minute travel times and another Indiana crash. This one is northbound on I-65 near 109th Avenue. Tracy's forecast after the break.
Well, good morning to you. Okay, so it's a little bit better out there this morning, especially compared to 24 hours ago. We're at 40 in Plainfield, 39 Zion, 39 at the lakefront, 36 in Hampshire, and 36 degrees in Westville, Indiana. Yesterday at this hour, we had wind chills in the single digits. Now our coldest wind chills are back in the mid-20s. Look for high temperatures to occur this evening into the 50s. Have a great day.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. And put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Like this. I was gonna.
What were you gonna say?
Give myself a.
We know.
That is the beauty of live TV. Welcome back, everybody. It is 7:27. Beautiful shot of the morning. Hopefully you can get outside and enjoy this day, but hold on to your hat because it's going to be a little bit windy. So it looks like this morning, one of our own received a very big honor. Hosea Sanders is the very first recipient of the Better Business Bureau's Torch Awards Hall of Fame. Torch Awards are earned by those performing exceptional business ethics and excellence. Several of our ABC7 colleagues were there to help present this award to our very beloved Hosea Sanders. And there you see Roz and Tracy giving Hosea a big smooch for us. We want to welcome them in right now. And you guys are in the room for this. Much deserved for Hosea to get this.
Yeah, we were there yesterday. I swear there wasn't a dry eye from any of us. And Hosea has worked for so long, step by step with the Better Business Bureau, and that's why they presented him with this beautiful award. And Steve Burness and your whole team, all the judges, I think it was fantastic that you gave him that award. But Roz and I were up there with Cheryl Burton, many of our other folks here at ABC7, and we were all crying, right, Roz?
And you know what, Tracy? The reason it was so emotional and so touching is because we surprised him. Hosea didn't know he was getting this award. He thought he was just going to come and MC the luncheon gala like he does every year. And so as Steve Burness called him up to introduce him and have him start the program, Steve says, well, wait a minute, wait, we have a surprise for you. And then Tracy and Cheryl and I, Deanna Palomar, Doug Whitmire, we all walked up on the stage, and Hosea is like, what? And then they told him. It was so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I love it.
Oh, that's what makes it even better.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one thing for him to get the award, but he got hugs and kisses and accolades and his flowers right now from you guys. And there's Cheryl Burton. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you can see her getting emotional.
It was beautiful. Yeah. It was absolutely beautiful. And
you could tell he loved being with you guys. He wasn't letting you guys go.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing this moment with us, you guys.
Still a stream this morning when we come back. Winging it for cheat day. More on the new Lakeview restaurant, which is serving up some sassy sauce on its fried chicken.
You're watching ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7, streaming live now.
Let's take a quick look at some of the stories that we'll be watching for you today. A heads up for anyone heading to Chicago City Hall today. It will be closed until 1 this afternoon for an active threat training. LaSalle Street will also be closed from Randolph to Washington for emergency vehicles.
The CTA is hosting a job fair today for bus drivers and mechanics. It's at Malcolm X College from 9 until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Anyone hired will get a $1,000 hiring bonus. Registration is required to go to this job fair. We've got a link to it on our website, abc7chicago.com.
The Chicago's annual Christmas ship returns to Navy Pier today. Now, this is video of the event from past years. The Coast Guard cutter Mackinac is carrying 1,200 Christmas trees destined for local families in need. The public can tour the ship this afternoon from 1:30 to 3:30. Then tomorrow morning, the trees will be offloaded and distributed.
It's for people who need those trees, by the way.
Right.
They'll just be rolling up out there trying to get a free Christmas tree. They're a hot commodity right now, I hear.
Yes, they are. Good morning to you, everybody. I'm Val Warner. Happy Friday to you.
Yeah, so good to be with you this morning. I'm Terrell Brown. Let's go outside, see what's actually, you know what? Let's go on over to Roz. Still watching this situation on the Indiana toll road, Roz.
We have a couple of things happening in Indiana. We have this new crash northbound on 65 near 109th Avenue. Look at that. We've got a big traffic jam developing there. Not so much traffic volume, but the intensity of this crash on the Indiana toll road, much worse. Take a look. Chopper 7's been over it since 4:30 this morning. That semi perpendicular wedged between the east and westbound sides of the Indiana toll road, and they still have westbound traffic closed. They're detouring off at Grant Street. Eastbound, they've got one lane open east of Calumet Avenue, and you see the traffic going through there on the eastbound side, but they may have to shut that down completely once they try to remove that semi. Plus, they have to do a bridge assessment because damage was done to the concrete, the guardrail, so it's a whole day that they could be out there. I-8094 is going to be your best bet to detour around this. Fortunately, we don't have any weather complications that's going to get in the way of them doing their job here in Indiana. Right, Tracy?
Yeah, no, we really don't, Roz. The biggest complication is going to be when those winds really start to pick up, and that's going to happen this afternoon. And in fact, over in northwest Indiana, a wind advisory will be going into effect at noon today. Right now, 39 out at O'Hare, 37 Aurora, 40 degrees currently in Joliet. We get 39 degrees currently in Norridge. We do have wind chills, some of which back in the 20s. That's nothing compared to what we had in the area yesterday, and we had those wind chills that were in the single digits. We're headed for the 50s today, as you can see, and rain chances will increase, not so much this afternoon, but as we get into the latter part of the evening. Then tomorrow, those temperatures come crashing down behind a cold front, and it is going to be quite blustery. We'll have some nice sunshine, but oh, it is going to be windy and much colder. The ups and downs of weather this week. Val and Terrell.
All over
your
the place.
roller coaster forecast. All right, Tracy, thank you.
Let's get to what everybody's talking about today, and we start with Twitter announcing overnight that it has suspended the artist formerly known as Kanye West, Ye, his Twitter account. CEO Elon Musk says that Ye violated company rules by posting a swastika.
I don't know what is going on with him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ye is no longer buying the Parler app. That's the company. The company rather put out a statement yesterday saying the decision was made last month in the interest of both the musician and the company. He offered to buy the conservative app back in October. So I got a lot of texts yesterday about, did you see Kanye's latest rant? You know, apparently praising Nazis and I guess posting the swastika and just doing all kind of horrific things. And I have not gone to look at it yet because I went to bed for this shift.
Yeah.
But
I just don't have the energy anymore. I don't, it's just.
What is going on?
Exactly.
I think that's the thing. Like, what is going on? The divorce was final a couple of days ago. You know, apparently he made this trip to Mar-a-Lago with former President Trump, and then former President Trump, you know, talked about him bad. I mean, like, he's up there running behind these people who he thinks, I don't know if he's going to get approval or acceptance from.
But
and they don't even want him. They're
talking about him behind his back.
Yeah, then he brings that white supremacist with him there. Like, what is, like, Kanye, what are you doing? Like, this is when I think, and I know, I said I didn't want to talk about it now. This is where I really, really wonder, like, if Donda were still here, his mother, would we be seeing the Kanye we are seeing today? Is something about a mother that can get you right back
Sit your behind
into
down.
shape. Yeah,
Yes.
like who's guiding
Yeah,
him?
right.
Apparently, he got rid of like all of his friends who were like helping him run his businesses and whatnot. Well,
Yeah. If he could just sit down and be quiet for a little while.
And remember when he was?
Yes. Everything was okay. He's actually tanking his entire business and his career because he cannot be quiet. So just sit down and hush for a little while. Anyway, we'll keep you posted on Kanye. Want to get to a sick day study. 48% think that you should be able to take a paid sick day whenever. I'm surprised. That's a low number.
Yeah, that is.
48%? 37% said that there has to be an actual illness. Come on now.
Okay.
14% aren't sure where they stand on it. 1,000 Americans were polled for this.
And part of this study that I was reading earlier even talked about how people felt about seeing mental health or using mental health rather as a reason for calling in sick.
Yeah.
And the number was, I think, like 40 something or 50% of people said they actually think that's a legitimate reason to actually use a sick day. And I guess I had never thought about just the idea of I'm not okay today mentally and I should call in sick for that day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
And it is okay to
not to be okay.
It sure is.
Yeah, I think that life happens sometimes. And I mean, things come up with the kids and the family and doctor's appointment. There are things outside of the realm of sick.
Right.
That
physical illness. Yeah.
Right. That you don't, and you have to take a vacation day so far in advance. Like that sick day is just that clutch day where when you need to take a day off on short notice, you can take it. And yeah, I mean, Tracy Roz, what do you think?
If you're having an emotionally, mentally challenging day, how can you focus on your job?
Correct.
You need to take a step back, take a breath, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I firmly believe this.
I agree.
Yes, I agree with everything that was said. What I think there are some folks that take advantage of these situations.
Just about to say that.
And but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, how do you monitor that, right?
Well, right.
But you know what? I mean, absolutely. You have a doctor visit. You have a mom you got to get her to an appointment or something. I fully agree that, and we're seeing more and more companies, including our very own, who have been so wonderful about granting those sorts of situations.
I remember the days when Sarah was very young, and it was like, oh no, don't tell them your daughter's sick because they won't let you take a sick day. You have to pretend that you're sick.
Oh, really?
I mean, this was like over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it has so changed.
And I'm glad.
Yeah, we definitely have evolved, Roz,
Yeah.
to your point. That's for sure. And to Tracy's point, I'm thinking about what you said and how do you police that? How do you monitor whether someone's actually sick or not sick? And I guess you don't, but the other side I'm thinking about this is if companies give so many days of sick days, then I guess that's kind of the way, because at some point you're going to run out of them.
And that's the thing. I just don't understand how people run out and somehow get more. It's
now
a crazy thing.
I want to know.
Yeah, I want to, because I've seen that happen before, and I'm like, wait a minute, how have you've exhausted sick days and vacation, and you're still taking
I might
days
have
off?
an answer for that.
I think I might too.
The COVID.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, I want to hear your answer, Roz.
Oh, that they just don't get paid for those days.
Oh.
It's possible.
Nah, we had not thought about
yeah.
that. But I do remember when we were having folks out for COVID, you automatically get like different. I don't think that comes from
the same bank. Yeah. Interesting. ABC7 Eyewitness News streaming out loud this morning. Hang tight. We're back with more in 90 seconds.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we start with the big picture. On the Illinois side, fortunately, we don't have any big crashes. And your travel times, nothing is more than 35 minutes between the tri-state and downtown. But we do have a new suburban crash in Villa Park, St. Charles, and Addison. And as we make our way into Northwest Indiana, we still have this crash northbound on 65 at 109th Avenue with lane blockage. And then, of course, 8094 is going to be your best bet to get around this situation on the Indiana Toll Road. No lanes open westbound. They're detouring off at Grant. Eastbound, one lane is open east of Calumet Avenue. Could be that way for quite some time today. Tracy.
Hi there, Roz. Good morning, and good morning to all. And today we kick a wind advisory into effect at the noon hour. Stays in effect the rest of the day, basically. Northwest Indiana, as well as many of our southern suburbs. Right now, skies are partly to mostly cloudy. As you take a look at our futurecast, notice what happens. So here's 5 o'clock this evening, and you see temperatures are around 50. We get those numbers up into the 50s as we go through the evening hours. And then here's 10 o'clock tonight. We get some rain into the area. Then watch what happens tomorrow with the temperatures. Here's 1 a.m. We're back into the 40s. Look at this. By 5 a.m., we're waking up to temperatures in the 20s tomorrow morning. Val and Terrell.
Tracy, thank you. It is Friday.
The weekend is here. I don't even say approaching. So let's check in on Festival Friday with Roz. Hey, Roz.
You know, we said the weekend is here.
Yeah.
Holidays are here, and we are in full holiday mode. So let's get right to it. Now, if you need a break from the hustle and bustle, head to the Garfield Park Conservatory's Winter Flower Show Snow Day. It features scented geraniums, pansies, poinsettias, and more, all in white, silver, and pink. They also have a 12-foot tree. Take a look at this, made of more than 200 white poinsettias as well. So beautiful. Now, Cole Lights is back at the Cole Children's Museum in Glenview. This interactive holiday light festival is designed just for the kiddos. It features a train ride through a tunnel of lights, a lollipop light lane, and a prism promenade. It runs through December 29th. The popular online version of Manual Cinema's Christmas Carol is now in performance live on stage for the very first time at Writers Theater in Glencoe. Told through puppetry and music, this brilliant adaptation of the Charles Dickens novel runs through December 24th. The Chicago Gay Men's Chorus, they're performing their festively fun holiday show on Broadway. It's Saturday at the Beverly Arts Center and Sunday at the North Shore Center for Performing Arts in Skokie. And the incredible Too Hot to Handle Jazz Gospel Messiah, usually done in January around King Day, will be performed this Saturday evening and Sunday afternoon at the Auditorium Theater. This reinvented version of Handel's classic will fill your soul and get you moving. Terrell and Val, back to you.
Oh, a lot of good stuff going on. Yeah, that's great. All right, hang on. We're back with more in 90 seconds. This is new this morning. We're talking about cheat days, a scheduled break in a diet.
That's right. The concept emerged around the same time as clean eating. And it's based on the idea that a dieter can actually cheat for 1 day a week as long as they stick to their diet plan for the remaining 6 days. Well, all of that's cute and all, but it really started with this one because I love a good cheat day because I try to stay on the straight and narrow, but it never happens. So recently, I spent a day with a restaurant in Lakeview, and the restaurant is called Crisp.
So this is our process of frying the chicken. So we lay it down in here for about like 12 minutes or so. Let the juice get locked in so it stays moist before we fry it again to make it extra crispy on the outside.
How many wings are you going through a week?
At least 2,500 plus.
You know, I've been a pretty good girl lately. Been following the plan, eating right, going to the gym, but I decided I wanted to wing it and try some of the city's best jumbo fried chicken wings here at Crisp in Lakeview. It's a cheat day. Let's go. I hear Crisp is definitely where I want to be if I want to indulge in some Korean-styled wings.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely worth a cheat day if you're willing to come and eat some big jumbo Korean fried chicken wings. That's what we're mostly known for. We double fry our wings. They're pressure fried and fried again to order, which makes them a little juicier and crispier at the same time. Spicy, sweet, sweet, spicy, can't beat it.
And I hear there's some kind of sassy soul sauce. You guys named the sauce after me without meeting me?
You're not that sassy, but
I don't know. I might be.
The sauce is sassy enough, that's for sure. It's like a sweet ginger garlic sauce that we offer, soy-based, so you know, nothing crazy. And it's our most popular sauce here, for sure. Finished off with green onions, can't beat it.
I'm tired of talking. I'm ready to cheat on my diet. Here we go. This is the sassy soul sauce. The sauce they named after me and they didn't even know me yet. Oh yeah. 3-piece sassy for Val. Oh wait, that's me.
So here we have our classic 10-piece that's shareable for everybody, recommended. Half soul sassy, half barbecue, the two most popular sauces we have.
I'm gonna go for the sassy soul first. I'm sassy and I got soul. Get in there.
What do you think?
I can show you better than I can tell you. Is that bone clean? It's so yummy. The double frying, pressure cooking, and then fried, but yet it's still juicy.
Are you a flat or a drum person?
You see where I started. I started with a flat.
Flat it is.
You like flats too?
Yeah, of course, everyone likes flat.
Crisp, juicy, meaty. Sassy soul. I'm glad I decided to wing it and come to Crisp. Well worth it. Perfect cheat day.
I'm like, can I get a bite? You make it look so good.
Make you dip off that vegan.
You ain't lying.
Then you're gonna be sick as the dog and calling me
Gotta go to the
But guess
bathroom.
what? I'm gonna eat them for you. I got you covered there. Check it out. Crisp is located at 2940 North Broadway in Lakeview, and you can see their complete menu online at www.crisponline.com. They do have an option for you though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
All right, let's stick to food, and how about candy? Christmas candy at that. CandyStore.com released its annual list of the most popular holiday candies in America, and peppermint bark is #1 again, but not quite as popular as last year. Peppermint bark is the top choice in 8 states, including Illinois. That's down from 14 states last year. And mini Reese's peanut butter cups in Indiana. And now the 10 worst holiday candies. Christmas nougat candy, reindeer corn, cherry cordials, lifesavers, non-peppermint candy canes, old-fashioned hard candy, holiday peeps, I do agree with that one, and then the ribbon candy.
I didn't even know they had holiday corn.
Yeah.
That's like the candy corn from
For
Halloween.
Halloween, for
and
Christmas.
And then they make it for Christmas.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Reese's all day, any day though.
I'm with you on that.
Digging that.
I'm with you. I do not like peppermint and chocolate.
Ooh,
I don't like the mix.
Really?
Nope.
Huh.
Speaking of the holidays, if you've got your house all decked out for the holidays, we want to see it. The Great Chicago Light Fight is back. Send us a video of your lights, and we've posted all the details for you at ABC7Chicago.com. We need your video by Friday, December 9th. That's a week from today. Then viewers vote for their favorite, which will be unveiled on Eyewitness News at 6 a.m. on December 16th, the following week.
Yeah. So you don't like peppermint patties?
Mm-mm.
You can't eat a peppermint patty.
You love peppermint patties?
I love peppermint patties.
Well, you can have all of mine. I know, thank you. All right, that's going to do it for Eyewitness News at 7 a.m. We're going to have news updates for you, Tracy and Roz. We'll talk weather and traffic during GMA. From all of us here at ABC7, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
This has been Eyewitness News, streaming at 7. Here in Chicago, our weather is always changing. That's why ABC7 Eyewitness News is always there.
There when you need us.
Giving you the most accurate forecast.
Anytime.
On any screen, tracking severe storms.
With live Doppler 7 Max, the most advanced technology.
So you know how to prepare.
No matter where you live, we're there when you need us. ABC7 Eyewitness News, your AccuWeather station.
You see the look on his face?
I know how you feel.
My biggest fear was on that.
But I knew I was never alone, because people care.
So walk right in.
Get back on.
Step right up. And to everyone who sees anyone bullying, don't just watch. Act.
Together, we can put an end to bullying.
You can learn more at disney.com/choose-kindness.
Look out, Wheel. Here she comes.
Big money.
R.
T.
Hit it. Thanks. My shoes were a little scuffed.